For Luke Armstrong, everybody. Luke Armstrong, here will be a poem real fast. Let's get a 5-minute time limit, 2-drink minimum.
Thank you, Matt. And I already have my 2 drinks, so I just got to do my 5 minutes. And I love road trips. I just finished one, so this one, I think this clocks in at about 4 minutes, so we'll just leave it with this one. And this is one of those poems where if you've ever smoked a joint, inhale the whole joint, and then a whole poem kind of comes tumbling out. Well, this is that sort of one. So it's called The Starlight Still Within Us. What did we do to end up here amongst all this perishing? Have you heard what the violin says to the cello in a minor key? We are squirrels wintering, forgetting where we hid our chances of surviving the cold. We are cheering for our teams, forgetting the cookies Grandma left on the counter with such intention that we should really be phoning her in a long forgotten memory. And if I could call the dead, I'd ask for a phone from 1963. I'd ask to speak to my 4-year-old father. That's an age when he wouldn't forget that this happened. A call for Mark, that's enough to make a 4-year-old in the 60s go berserk. And once a kid goes wild, he never goes back. Who is it? Why, it's your son from the future, calling on an iPhone. In 1963, there'd be a vast enough space between him and his adulthood that he'd never be so sure what that memory was, and he'd raise me into an eternal question. Was it really I who called? Is this reality really this adrift in a sea of unsolvable mysteries? If we can raise children, why not the dead? We are molded from wet clay and then set to dry, become a little container that confines the cosmos that you can use as a vase for flowers if you like. Be the only one who tells everyone they know, I bet you look really nice in your underwear. No, tell them, I'm not flirting. I'm not from this world, you see. I'm just here for all the free oxygen. You heard it here, folks. Misery is our sister and sorrow is our friend. A sea-bound breeze once told me that this world was an oyster's aroma wafting over a rusted dock on the shore of this way to that. The rust proves it. This shit's been going on for a long time. They say rusted toasters burn bread. But I have had toasters who follow me for years without making a single breakfast. They're murky aluminum carrying crumbs from long-lost lifetimes that I wasn't invited to. Toast that's too toasted just becomes burnt bread, and that's all you need to make a dog your best friend. Oh, my friends, I have known the aftermaths and the forethoughts that swore they could see ahead. I have seen the sincerest of smiles on the faces that should have frowned. One of them is my own. Please, don't come in with a new belief system. We just cleaned the carpets. I'm still figuring out how to stand straight in the storms without being struck. Just tell me how to be kind. Tell me how to be together with this world. Tell me how to hold her hand like cradling a baby bird with a broken wing. If she heals, she will fly. This naked, broken thing may just become a beacon in the clouds. What but a lot more loving would we be if we could see everything? The feeling of feeling every pin being pricked into this reality. Do you still want to know what it's like to be God? How can we be kinder? How can we care more? How can we carry ourselves across the cosmos that stand between us? Love once asked Patience what she was waiting for. Patience smiled. You, she said. We are all talking to the whole world, but stuck in a giant web. If we can put our masks together, we can take them off one by one and continue unmasking ourselves until all that's left is a smile. Please, unmask yourself before unmasking others. We can unwrap each day like a worn out belief system and find the hilarity below it all. Life, you're hilarious. All your sounds and colors and gags. You're a gambler in a 10-gallon Stetson with polka dot pants who goes all in without ever having been dealt cards. But I think I know what you're going for. If we can laugh about anything, wear your gyrating grin for God, hell, wear it in heaven, show it to the burned pasta and destroyed temples and broken artwork. The heart work is in the healing is in the listening is in the legend that once upon a time, a rocket ship made out of words brought us to life, and from pathos came ethos and egos and hard work and scattering and scavenging the dishes for ideas that will teach us how to touch the starlight that's still within us on this journey back home, where it feels like our parents have locked us in a room full of brownies and scorpions. It's scary and delicious, scarring and delightful, terrifying and terrific. If we get out alive of here, we are going to be so full of festive feelings that the future will have to wait. If you ever hear from the future again, tell him we'd like our money back. Tell him we're a little busy caravanning through the cosmos to talk to someone we only met once. Tell him not to come around here no more. Tell him we're not interested in anything you can't hold and touch and cherish. Tell him we made a bet with destiny. Tell him we're sure we'll win. Thank you.